you said something really interesting in the text message that I want to explore a little bit. You said you did a little mini workshop on mindfulness last week at your current client.
It was actually a workshop that I had done with a previous client as well. And it came out of the observation that people weren't being mindful. They would go to a meeting and maybe they wouldn't have their cameras on. Maybe, you would ask a question and they'd say, sorry, I was doing something else. And just being aware that that creates so much waste, essentially. If people really aren't focused on their current situation, the current environment, then they're thinking about something else. It takes them, more time to grok or understand what's going on. They miss some things that are being discussed. They have to bother people later on and ask the same questions that they wouldn't have to ask if they were paying attention. And so whenever I see that in a client, I like to have a little bit of a workshop with them where we talk about kind of the science behind it. So there's a thing called Ebbinghaus forgetting curves, which basically says that when you learn something within a day, you lose about 60% of it on the average. Then when you get reinforced, you lose a little bit after that reinforcement. You start forgetting a bit, but it doesn't drop as quickly as the first time. And the more reinforcement you get, the more you ultimately retain, and the slower it takes for things to kind of disappear from your memory. So it's a fact of human nature that people will go to meetings, think they're aligned on things, walk away from the meeting, and a day later, suddenly they're starting to be misaligned. They're starting to think differently. And that gets exacerbated by having like kind of one-on-one meetings with people where they make a different decision and they forget to inform the rest of the people who are, part of the original discussion. And all these things happen. And a week later, everybody's moving in different directions. And that is a classic lean waste. So to me, mindfulness is a solution to that. It's a practice that people can have where they eliminate the waste of unnecessary multitasking, unnecessary interrupts, and be more focused and more aware and more aligned for a longer period of time.
That is a great perspective on mindfulness that I hadn't considered. It's mindfulness of being fully present in what it is that you're asked to do. And with
Right.
agility, it's even more crucial because we believe in self organizing teams. And if you're going to be part of a self organizing team, you need to be fully present.
Process.
There must be ways that we can put some process in place to help facilitate that mindfulness. The first thing that comes to mind for me is what Jeff Bezos requires in his meetings. He says, no PowerPoints.
Mm.
And if somebody is going to pitch something, their job is to put together a 6 page summary, and everybody gets it at the beginning of the meeting, and they spend the first 10, 15 minutes, everybody reading that document. So everybody is on the same page. So no cell phones, no computers open, people reading the same thing, getting focused, getting aligned, and then they talk about what's in that. So there might be other things that we might be able to incorporate with inside of our meetings to make sure that folks are in fact fully present.
Sometimes artifacts can be a crutch. So, for example, in stand-ups, sometimes I'll see teams using Jira boards or something like that as their reminder of what's going on. What did I do yesterday? And it creates a little bit of a lazy pattern to me. What I see is somebody will look at the board and say, "Oh, bring up this story. Yes, that's the one I'm working on, and it's about halfway done, or it's ready for a build or something like that." And then everybody else can just tune out
Yeah.
because they'll wait for their story to come out or their turn to be called, and they'll look at the person who filtered on their name for all of their tasks, and then they can speak. But if you don't have that, you have to be more present. You have to be more mindful. You have to pay attention to your colleagues and your team members. And when you do that, you can help them more. You can, be that person who they can call on to when they need some help because you're already aware of what they're doing and what's going on, which is half the context, half the battle.
Yeah.
The definition that we've used for present is being aware of what's going on. But mindful is a little different. You're not just aware and listening to what people are saying, but you're aware of what's going on in your own mind. You're thinking about, should I respond to this? Or, what is this person feeling when they're telling me that? Really being actively involved in the conversation. Active listening is a part of that. And it takes it a step further. And I think just for people to be aware that there are these different levels of focus and presence and mindfulness is a good thing. And then they start to begin to think about it and be aware of their environment more.